Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video with Buck. So I wanted to show you guys this beautiful Japanese maple, this lacy leaf that I got. And I'll just kind of take a few steps around so you can kind of see this thing, how big it is. That's a rain barrel. I cut the bottom of a rain barrel, drilled a bunch of holes in it. So yeah, I gave it some fertilizer. It's been here about a week. I'll tell you the story behind it in a second. I just want to kind of walk around it here just so you can see how big this thing really is. I made a video last night and I was saying I would come back out and make a video in the daytime. So tonight I figured before it get dark I would just come on out here. This will be a shorter video obviously. But yeah, I wanted to get into, I know it's really thick in there, but I wanted to, yeah, you can kind of see the stalk. I got a nice rock there, but the trunk, sorry, not the stalk. But yeah, it's, I want to say like a 2-inch wide, maybe like 3-4 inches around, the trunk, that is. But yeah, it's a beautiful little tree. I can't do any, I don't want to do any pruning this year. For one, it's gonna get hot, and the roots were crazy on this. So, and I had dug it out of a flower bed, so I couldn't get all the roots. I got enough, and it's doing good. I fertilized it and everything, fed it, but I'm gonna let it establish itself in that pot for an entire year before I do any trimming on that. No rush, just take my time, because I do not want to kill that big tree. And I got this for free, this Japanese maple. It's one of those lace leaf or lacy leaf. But try and get in there. A little discolor and stuff until the fertilizer gets into it. It was like that pretty much before I even dug it up. It didn't look the healthiest, you know what I mean? But it was alive. It's alive. It was doing good, and it still is. But yeah, the story behind this, the way I got that for free, I didn't see this tree. I had noticed one of my neighbors had one of these trees, a Japanese maple, a red one like this, but one of the ones that gets big and tall. So I went over to ask them if they ever had any little shoots that started growing from the bottom off, you know, from the keys that fall off and stuff, like, you know, any little baby trees, rather than these are like $300 here where I am in Canada to buy. So rather than buying one for $300, I thought, well, if I can just get a baby one, I know it'll take years, but I got more years than I got money. I could buy one, sure, but I just don't want to spend $300 on a tree. It's a lot of money, right? So I was gonna go from a baby, and when I went to go see her, she told me, she said, if you want a Japanese maple, she's like, I have one you can have. They kind of didn't like it because it didn't grow tall. They even had wood under it trying to brace the branches up to keep them off the ground. As if you have this planted in the ground, the branches are basically touching the ground, and they didn't really like that. But for a bonsai, it's perfect, right? And once it's trimmed, like next year, I'll start pruning this, you know, probably next March or early May, or sorry, April or early May. But yeah, so she gave me this tree, and she was telling me, she's a bit older, my friend Donna, my neighbor, she said, you know, I've been trying to dig out these hostas that were growing beside this thing in her garden. She was saying she was having a hard time with it. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come over in the morning and dig this tree out. I got the day off. I said, I'll just go ahead and dig those hostas out for you and put them in brown bags and put them out the road, you know. And she's like, oh, you would do that? And I said, hey, I'd rather do something for you than just get this for free. I'd rather help you in some way, for sure. So I even gave her my phone number now, and she can text me anytime that she ever needs any kind of hard work done. You know, I mean, like, you need something heavy moved around, lifted, this, that, right? I'm your neighbor, I can come over. She's just down the street. So, I mean, I can literally pop over there anytime and just pick up something heavy and move it for them if it's, you know, or dig out a plant like that. Like those, and those hostas, she wasn't lying, they were in there real good. It actually took me a little bit of work to do that, to get them out, which is obviously, it's nothing for me, but I'm just saying, for her, I can understand that. They were in there pretty good. So anyways, guys, that'll about do it for this video. Very hard day's work today. To one of the biggest jobs we've ever done. So I don't know about working out tonight. I'm losing time. I gotta walk my dogs next, and I am gonna make another video later. It just won't be a workout video. It'll be a little surprise one. It's gonna be a little different than anything I've done before. But yeah, I'll do a good job. It's all good. So anyways, guys, like I say, I'll make an update video, you know, like next year when I prune this, but I'll give you an update video like even at the end of the summer on this tree, so you can see how well it's going to do now, like, because it was never being fed and fertilized before. It was just in the ground, right? So now that I'm going to actually take care of it like that, we'll see how much it perks up and what it does. I know that's part of the enjoyment, but it's definitely the biggest bonsai I have. I'll have to make another separate video now one day with all the trees that I gathered this spring. I got quite a few of them turned into beautiful little bonsais, but most of them are very little. So this is definitely the biggest thing I have. Like I said, that's the bottom of a rain barrel that I cut, right at the bottom line that goes around the way. So and then I just took little pieces of wood and stuck under it for little legs. So it's kind of like a little bonsai pot, homemade. You can get bonsai pots that big, but again, I would never transplant that again this year. I'm gonna let it root in that pot as like a training pot, and then maybe next year, I don't know, either next year or the year after, because next year I'd like to prune it. So therefore, like the year after that, it would be good and safe to go ahead and repot it in a nice big beautiful bonsai pot. I could get a real big one, and then that way it you know, just it would have that more of that bonsai look to it, right, in a bigger proper pot. But for now, we all know how training pots work. It'll do just fine. And it can my one chicken, I'm surprised she's not there, you know, I have to close them up. My one black chicken, Patty, loves this tree, and she actually sits right down there underneath this thing all the time. My wife even noticed it too, because I was telling her tonight, I'm like, if you notice Patty hangs out under that tree, how there's like she's been there all day. I'm like, she's been there for like 4 or 5 days pretty much. She was the first one to go over and investigate this tree when I bring it home, and she just made it her little spot. She just goes and she sits under this tree, and she sits there forever throughout the day, and then she'll wander around and do her thing. They're actually over there in their coop right now waiting for me to shut it up. They used to stay out after dark, but now they go in earlier. They've had a couple run-ins with wild animals and stuff, staying out later. And, you know, we've come out and saved them, me and the dogs and stuff, but they've learned it's better to get in before dark now, right? So anyways, let you guys go, get the rest of my day over with. So love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, take her easy. Peace.